Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a very chatty makeup tutorial for you. It's on this look right here. Flawless glowing skin with some matte brown, warm brown eyes. So it's really simple to recreate. And yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing how I created this look, then please keep watching. All right, you guys, let's jump into this makeup. I'm gonna pick up my hair. I will not lie to you, I just woke up from a nap. So if I am low energy, now you know why. I'm gonna apply some moisturizer on my face to prep it for the makeup. I'm using Naturium Skin Soothing Recovery Lotion. I really love this because it soothes like the redness in my skin. This has marshmallow root extract and it also has arnica in it. And I'm not gonna lie, when I read that it has arnica in the product, the only thing I could think of was Elaine Redhoff saying Amica cream, and I wanted to laugh. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with my makeup today. I'm just kind of winging it. I feel like I want to do something maybe like in the warm brown eyeshadow situation, maybe stay on the mattes. I'm not 100% sure on that part because I really like shimmer, but I might stay on the warm brown mattes type of thing. I don't know yet, we're gonna wing it. I know that I want my skin to look really perfect, like flawless perfect for today, so that's my idea. I'm gonna find some eye primer. I'm using a Morphe eye primer. I believe that you all should be extremely proud of me, and that's because I woke up from my nap and I sat down to film, when in reality all I wanted to do was drive myself to Starbucks and get an iced coffee. But I didn't, did I? I did not. I exercised self-control. It's this new thing that I'm doing where I don't buy so much Starbucks to control my, life. So that's a new thing that I'm doing, So instead what I did was I went through my fridge and tried to find the next best thing as to not get a Starbucks iced coffee, and I got myself some sparkling water. Is it comparable? No. But is it going to suffice for now? Fine, I'll take it. I have my eye base on and I set it with a little bit of translucent powder, and I'm gonna do my eyeshadows now. I'm using the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. I will say I don't love the Morphe Jaclyn palette, but we're just gonna use her anyways. I think I'm gonna go in with a transition first, this Morphe M441 brush, and I'm gonna go in with this kind of like warm brown shade. I am not gonna tell you the name because I do not want to look at it. I really don't like when palettes have the names on the back because it kind of just like gets a little bit confusing for me. I'm kind of like, I don't really want to like go back and forth to look at names. It just is difficult, so just put the names under, please. So we're gonna use that shade, and I'm just gonna run that into the crease of my eye. I was saying I don't love this palette that much. It's fine. It does the job, but I just feel like the shimmers lack luster for me, and they're not as shimmery or as pigmented as I'd like it to be. But I find that that's kind of like the case with Morphe eyeshadows. They just lack luster for me, so it's fine. This is not a palette that I reach for a lot, which kind of says a lot. I do a lot of makeup and I don't reach for this palette too much, so just take what you will with that information. The mattes are fine, the mattes are okay. Some of them also, like I said, lack luster for me. They just lack a little something interesting. They're a little bit patchy sometimes. Some are pigmented and easy to blend, some are not easy to blend. And then the shimmers just kind of like blend away too easily they're lacking some kind of punch that I desire. All right, so now that we have this like warm transition, I'm gonna take a little bit of like a slightly lighter color. I'm gonna take this shade here. Don't look at my nails, they're really bad. They're really bad. I gotta do them. But we're gonna run this just like on the top of that crease shade, just to like blend out the outer into the brow bone a little bit more. Watch this look go from 0 to 100 really quickly. This always seems to happen with me. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna do like something super basic. Then I end up doing like a huge smoky eye that, you know, that is just kind of like, what's going on? Right, so I'm gonna take a smaller Morphe blending brush. This is the Morphe M433 brush. And I'm gonna take this like warm brown shade here that's a little bit deeper. And I'm gonna pat this like all over my lid. We're gonna pat it in. I will say though, even though I don't love Morphe's eyeshadows, I do love Morphe brushes. So they're actually one of my favorite brands of brushes to use. So I'm just gonna like run this all over my lid and kind of like in the inner and outer, making sure that it blends in to the crease shade. And I kind of like this look sometimes, like to do like some nice matte browns when I don't really have much planned for my look. It kind of just like gives it like a really sultry look without looking too overdone. So that's nice sometimes. I'm gonna run just some like black eyeshadow from the palette on my lash line, just to like add some definition there and kind of act as our liner. And I'm just like using a really small, my chair is so loud, I'm sorry. I'm just like smudging it really close to the lash line because I don't want it to look like a line on our eyes. I just kind of want it to look like, you know, definition to the lash line. I don't really know what I'm saying, if you haven't noticed. Just kidding. I actually do know what I'm saying. I just like to play that card of like self-deprecation, you know? I like to play that self-deprecating game sometimes. I'm gonna run like a Q-tip with some makeup remover on it. This is a Neutrogena makeup remover. And I'm just gonna clean up my under eyes a little bit, some fallout got on there. You guys, recently, for some strange reason, my skin has really enjoyed growing like acne pimples inside my nose. And I don't really understand why. It's like right in there. And I'm just like, why? This has never happened to me before. Can we please not grow things in there? Not only is it gross, but it also is painful sometimes. So for some strange reason unknown to me and possibly too much information for you, I'm growing pimples in my nose. All right, so going back to the makeup, I'm gonna color correct my under eyes a little bit. I'm using a Tarte under eye corrector. And I'm just gonna apply that with like a fluffy brush like this and fluff it in. And that's that. For my foundation, I kind of like debated on what I wanted to use. I was between the Pat McGrath and this one, but I'm just gonna use the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD foundation. She's not super high coverage, but I really like the finish of her. It just looks very skin-like, so I'm gonna use her anyways. When I'm doing foundation, I especially like to blend the foundation everywhere, because as you can see, as much as it matches my neck, you know, sometimes it won't match my ears or areas that don't tend to get a lot of sun. So I will always just like whatever's left over on my brush, run it over my ears, you know. And I do this to clients all the time and they kind of like get freaked out, like, why are you doing that? But it's an area that we tend to forget a lot, especially when people do makeup. They talk about, yeah, blending it down on the neck, which is super important. But you also need to blend it into the ears, you guys. The ears, especially if you're going for like a really full coverage foundation, or if it doesn't necessarily match your face, you need to blend it onto the ears so that you do not look like a mask, or you're wearing something is off, you know. It'll just look like something is off on your face. And so blend it onto your ears as well, you guys. You will remember me. And like when I go around the nose, like this area of the nose where foundation tends to crease a lot on people, I will just like have them go like this, and then I'll just hit it with a brush. I'll just hit it with the brush. I don't know why I'm trying to talk and do that at the same time, but just make sure that that area is blended. The finish of that foundation is just really nice. So I was gonna go over top with the I Am Magic foundation, but I don't even feel like I need it right now, so we're just gonna keep going. I am gonna use some concealer. I'm using the Rare Beauty concealer. This one is my product, so I'm applying it. So I'm not going for like a super sculpted look, so I'm not gonna use like a lighter concealer in any areas of my face. But you know, I am gonna let that sit for a minute. That's my new favorite technique at the moment, is letting the concealer sit for a little bit so that it can dry slightly, and then it adds a bit amount of coverage. So I'm gonna take a Japanesque 713 brush, and I'm gonna blend out my concealer. So I'm just gonna take a damp sponge really quickly and just run over the areas to make sure everything is blended through. So then I'm gonna take some RCMA No Color powder, and I'm gonna take that on my sponge. And we're just gonna, oh god, way too much product. And I'm just gonna blend it and pat it into my concealer areas. Do you like how I'm talking and performing at the same time? Wow, multifaceted talent. I'm a jack of all trades, like J-Lo. And since I'm just like that bougie girl recently, I'm gonna use like a different powder for like everywhere else. I'm using Laura Mercier translucent powder, basically to set other areas of my face. I'm gonna take like a bigger brush and just gonna take like a small amount of more powder and just like run it on my jawline here and down my neck. And bronze a little bit. I'm gonna use Juvia's Place Bronzing Duo. I'm taking this shade up here, and I'm just going to warm up the skin slightly. This is a Delium Tools tapered brush. Love this brush so much. It's just like so effortless, blends everything effortlessly. So I'm just gonna like do some slight contouring, and I'm gonna bring out like a dinosaur of a palette that you guys are gonna like flip when you see ABH contour kit. Look at it. Oh my god, it's so old, it's so ugly. But we're gonna go ahead and just use it slightly to contour. I'm gonna use like a mixture of these two shades, and I'm gonna use like a smaller brush like this, a smaller angled brush. And I'm gonna run this like under my cheekbones, just because I want some slight contouring. Not a whole lot, but you know, just some slight definition. We want some definition up in here. I like to bring some of my contour like up in my temple area here. Just kind of like helps create that kind of like fox eye look that so many people have nowadays. Yes, I have a pimple on my temple, okay? We're just gonna pretend like she doesn't exist. We're gonna pretend like she doesn't exist, and we're gonna contour over her. That's just how life works. The sides of my nose, and then when people ask me if I've gotten like a nose job, I'll just be like, no, it's contour. No, it's makeup. Yeah, we're gonna run some on my jawline just because, like, girl, we've been eating way too much salt. Girl, you got some inflammation up in that jaw and that turkey neck over there, girl. I'm gonna take my Delium Tools brush, and I'm just gonna take a little bit on this warmer shade here, and just like a slight amount, and I'm just gonna blend that a little bit more. upwards, and also it's gonna add some more bronze. So that's the thing. Now we're gonna put away ABH contour kit for another 20 years and never touch her again. Just kidding, I've been using her a lot recently. Did I bring a blush here to my makeup table? No. Be right back. I gotta scurry through my makeup kit now and look for a blush that I can use. Be right back. Right, I know I said I went to go look for a blush, so that's why I brought 2 blushes and an extra highlighting product, because I realized that I didn't bring a highlighter either. So we brought back multiple items and not at all like just the thing that I said I was gonna get. So for my blush, I'm gonna use NYX Ombre Blush in the shade Mauve. This is how it gets after you use it quite a bit. You're supposed to like, you know, mush these 2 together. And I'm just gonna like pat this through with my Morphe angled blush brush. So this blush is pretty. It kind of gives you like a more sculpted kind of look because the blush is very cool toned, which is nice for this look, but I don't want it to be super cool toned, so I'm gonna go in on top with Milani Luminoso just to like warm it up slightly. Am I the only one that still uses Milani Luminoso? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm gonna run some highlight. I'm gonna take Champagne Pop from Becca. May she rest in peace, Becca. And we're just gonna run her on the tops of our cheekbones to add some glow in, and you know, just like on the top of my brow bone also. That's a look. Do I have way too much texture at the moment on my skin to put on highlighter? Yes. Am I gonna put on highlighter anyways? You better believe it, baby. Now we're gonna run a lot down my nose. Let's just glow up the nose for like a good few minutes, you know? A glazed donut status. We love a glazed donut look. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows off camera. Be right back. I'm back. The brows are on. The brows are on. I'm gonna put on some setting spray. This is a Scandinavia, the makeup finishing spray. This is the bridal one. Oh, so bridal. I don't know what makes it bridal, but it's a nice setting spray. So I'm just gonna apply a good amount. Some more? Yeah, why not? Some more. And this has such a nice mister on it. Oof, she's nice. Yeah, we're letting it dry. I like how at the beginning of this video I apologized for being really low energy and then proceeded to provide you the most energy I have possibly ever had in any video I've ever made. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna take some Champagne Pop on a smaller brush, like this Sigma Pencil E30, and I'm gonna run it on the inner corners of my eyes to highlight the eye boogers. We love highlighted boogers. And then I'm gonna run some eyeshadows on my bottom lash line. So I'm taking the Jacqueline palette and I put my foundation on here, okay? Don't judge my palette. I'm gonna run some of that brown shade that we used before. I'm gonna smudge some of that on the bottom lash line. Am I gonna open my mouth? Yes, I'm gonna open my mouth. It's just girly things, just girly things. And I'm gonna take my blending brush with just like no product on it, and I'm gonna run it under to diffuse and blend, and also just like blend these eyeshadows up here, just like up. I think I'm gonna try something just like interesting. I know I said I was gonna keep the eyes matte, but you know, I also said that I might change my mind. I'm gonna run some of this like goldish coppery shade here that's like really cute on this really small brush that I used before, and I'm gonna run it like on my bottom lash line. Like I'm just kind of like, oh, try not to block the camera. When the light hits it, it's cute. It's not coming out on camera, but that's fine. Let's take some of this gold. Let's just keep playing. Let's take some of this gold on the same brush, and I'm gonna run it like on the bottom lash line, just like closer to the inner corner. Does it come up on camera? Do you guys see anything? I'm gonna pop on some mascara. Should I curl my lashes? Let's curl our lashes first. I'm gonna curl my lashes first. And just like give them a little squeeze. And then we're gonna go in with Maybelline The Falsies mascara on my top and bottom lashes. And we have mascara on. We're almost done with the look. I'm gonna use MAC Velvet Chatty. Look at how little product I have. Yeah, that's how much I have used this lipstick. We've got that on. I'm gonna run some Estee Lauder lipstick in the shade Tiger Eye. And it's kind of like this nude shade that has like kind of like this metallic running through it. I don't know, it's a vibe, so you kind of just like can't see the shimmer. It kind of just like comes off as like a little nice sheen, kind of like. I was gonna go over top with another lip gloss, but I kind of like it just like this, so I'm gonna leave it with just those two shades. I brought 4 and only used 2. Story of my life. And so yeah, this is the finished makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was kind of all over the place, but that's kind of reality. That's me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and seeing me create this look. And check the description box down below. I will try to link any of my products that I've used if I can find them in the description box. Some links may be affiliate from which I earn a small commission off your purchase. You don't have to use them, but they're there in case you would like to, and it does help support me and my small business and my small channel. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.